the Alcove Bed Nook build we're doing for my 8-year-old son. If you missed part 1, I'll put the link in up here. But I'm so excited because the bed is starting to come together. We have a lot of the framing in and we're going to start doing more framing. Okay, so the first thing we did was we thickened up the column at the end of the footboard. It was really skinny, and also with the way it was, we would have to use the 2x4 the skinny way. We want to use it the thick way so it's really strong. So we made that thicker, and then we added in more support at the footboard. So while we were doing construction on other parts of my son's room, we put a bookcase at the end of the bed, and he loves sitting in bed and like playing with his Pokemon cards or Lego figurines. So we're gonna have a little ledge at the end of the bed, 32 inches up. So that's how high we built this piece. Next, it was time for the header at the footboard, and this one was a little complicated because it's an angle, so we have to accommodate that. But now we'll have a 12-inch header around the front of the bed and the foot of the bed. Okay, the next thing we want to do is to add in some side support on the right side of the bed so that we'll have 12 inches. So on the footboard, it will have 12 inches on the front and on the side. So we're really building this bed in. It's really gonna be cozy, and this is one of the things we gotta do for that. We have been working super hard on the bed nook and it's coming together. My husband spent one full day just cutting plywood and putting it on. This is the facing that covers all of the framing. And then once that was on the edges, it looked kind of bad because there was a 2x4 and then 2 pieces of plywood. So we bought some pine boards, cut those to size, and covered all of the edges. So that trimmed everything out really nice. And then we got to start on some of the decorative trim. So my sister found me the cutest like salvage piece from the thrift store. I think she paid like $5. And that went under the window that we made. I think that looks so good. And then when I got these brackets on Amazon, I can link them in the description. And those went on all of the corners. And so the details, oh my gosh, it's coming together. It's so exciting. I could see the vision when it had just like one post up, but now it's like so cozy, feels like a fort. And now we're going to start putting up the crown molding, so it'll really trim it in. The crown molding is the same stuff we put on the bookcase, so that like looks very good. And then I also have some decorative trim I'm also putting up on the front of the bed, and it's all going to be painted the same color. I think it's going to look so good. I have been doing loads of finish work, filling all the nail holes, caulking all the edges. I've been putting wood filler on the seams to try to make it so when 2 pieces of plywood hit, you don't really see where they start and stop. So that's been like 4 hours of work, but it's all these details that make it, when it's painted, it's gonna look so good. For the long side of the bed, I want curtains on either end so he can close them and it'll be cozy. For that, I ordered 4 yards of fabric. It's from Spoonflower. It's actually fabric I designed, which is really fun. I'll put the link in the description if you're interested. And I just cut that in half, so each side will have 2 yards. I serged around the edges, folded it over, hemmed all the edges, and then I bought this really cool, it's like rod tape, and all you have to do is you fold over the top and sew it in, and then you sew all the way around, and you get this really high-end look, but it's, if you can sew a straight line, you can do it. So I thought that was a really good hack, and it made it so fast. So I'm excited about those. And then we've also been doing more prep. So Preston sanded everything. He also, in the headboard, he put some drawer tops, not really drawer tops, but like lids so that Don can get to his secret storage. That's not even secret, but it's just kind of fun that their storage where it would normally be dead space. So he finished that. We've never built anything like that before, so it's kind of fun to figure that out. And then I've been priming. So anywhere where there's the IKEA furniture, I needed to prime so that when the paint goes on, it doesn't scratch off. And on the corner piece, that's a plastic protective piece that Preston put on because you could see where the plywood was joining together. So that finished that off nicely. I primed that, and I did all the prep for painting, which is just like cleaning everything up, painting or taping off the edges. And now it's time to paint, which I'm very excited about because it's gonna go from all wood to beautiful, like this minty green color. It's called Frosted Sage. It's my favorite like mint color. Don loves it, and his whole room is kind of in it. So we're gonna make the whole bed that, and it's gonna look amazing. The bed is officially done. We worked for 2 weeks, really non-stop on this. It was kind of a big project, but I had this vision because it's such a big room. I wanted the bed to be really substantial and feel like it fits the space. And now I really think it does. I think it feels like a fort. I think it feels really magical for a child. There's the curtains that I sewed. They can open and close. So at night, like if you want, you could close them. You could do like puppet theaters with them. And to me, it feels really magical. Above the headboard, I hung a piece of art, cat art. My son's just really obsessed with cats. And he goes antiquing with me a lot. And what we like to look for is porcelain kitty cats. So he's found those over the years and people have gifted them to him. So now we have a really cute place for them to just sit and look really nice. We added a lot of storage with this project. So there's drawers under the bed. There's the storage behind the headboard, which is really nice. And then inside there's the extra shelves for the cats. On the end of the bed, there's the ledge. So it just feels really like a functional bed. So you can sleep in it, you can play in it, and you can store stuff in it. In January, I started planning this project. Now it's mid-April, and when I started planning it, we went to an architectural shop. We were in California, and Pasadena has a really good one. So we got the pulls for the drawers, and then we also got these little metal letters, and they spelled my son's name. So we put those inside and painted them the same color. So it's really subtle, but it's those kind of details that really make it, you know, have character. Anyway, I hope you like this project. I love doing it. I'm also glad it's done because it was a huge project. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more videos just like this one.